I often find people come to me, these sales leaders, and they're like, my salespeople are limited. They won't make that big call. They're just kind of going back for the safe bets over and over. So they're not growing, they're not scaling, they're not expanding. And what I find a lot of times is that they've got this imposter syndrome, whether they know it or not. There's a 120-year-old theory in psychology called the looking glass theory. And the looking glass theory goes like this. You're not who you think you are, and you're not who I think you are. You're who you think I think you are, which means when we're sitting in a room that we haven't been in before and we're asking for a deal we've never gotten before, and we're asking for more zeros at the end of that contract that we never dreamed possible, we're often wondering, what does that person think of me? And when we wonder what they think of me, that's when the imposter syndrome starts to creep in and we wonder, are we allowed to ask? Is this too bold? Is this too audacious? Am I being too brash? And so we hold ourselves hostage, we quiet ourselves down, we don't make the big ask. Of all the people who I interviewed, 100 different glass ceiling shatterers, Olympic medalists, startup unicorns, thinkers, creatives, philanthropists, people who broke through, what I learned from them is that they took that voice that said, I don't know, should you ask? Should you be bold? And rather than see it as a limitation, they turned it into an invitation. They didn't say, oh, I've got imposter syndrome. How do I get rid of it? Instead, they said, I've got imposter syndrome. Awesome. Good for me. I'm in a place I've never been in before. That's amazing. That means I'm capable of things I never thought I could do before. And this very change of going from a limitation to an invitation allowed them to stop saying, oh, I've never done this before, to wow, I've never done this before. Suddenly, they weren't trapped by it being filled with risk and uncertainty and failure. They just saw it as an adventure where they could learn and iterate and grow. They were able to make the bigger calls. They were able to close the bigger deals, and they were able to scale and grow.